Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Smart Home and Technology powered by Virgin Media. My name's Liam. I'm going to give you a tour around the home through some of the items we can see. Starting off nice and easily in the kitchen with our stoves, oven and hob. Smart Sense technology built in to help us, enable us to cook a lot better and a lot more efficient with lower energy as well. One of my favourite items in the kitchen, the home cooker. Jamie Oliver and Philips have teamed up to give us a all-in-one. Steaming, sauteing, melting, frying, boiling, simmering, all from one device, and with the assistance of the self-stir. So it means you can be, I don't know, you can be doing your ironing for all I care, and it'll just be stirring itself, stopping anything from sticking to the bottom of the pan. So at least your stew will remain non-burnt, unlike my dinners. Now we're not selling anything, nothing's for sale here on the stand, but if you like items, what you have to do is get yourself onto Google, Google the word, and you'll probably find it a lot cheaper online. Introducing the Kitchen Safe. A novel idea to tuck things away for a period of time that you choose. So you've got a dial here that you can dial in hours, minutes and days. What would you use it for? I have a couple of suggestions. First off, kids are coming home from school. Inside you put the chocolates and biscuits, locked down 2 hours. Now they can cry, they can kick, they can scream. You can't give in. Even if you took the batteries out, it's still locked. What about if the kids have been naughty? In goes the mobile phones. Lockdown, 6 hours, 14 hours. Would you like that? Phone in there for 2 hours. So that's actually quite cool because they can still see the messages coming through on the screen. And they do say you have to be cool, to be kind. Or you could put your credit cards in before you go around the show. That could save you buying a mop. Everybody does. Or them rolls of yellow soaky up stuff. These are great. These are from America. These are called ITV goggles. These give the wearer a 62-inch personal high definition with 3D screen on the inside. I'm going to turn them on and pop on a program so we can hand them around. You've got USB cable to upload your own films into it. And of course, there we go. Do you want to try them on, sir? Pop them on. Mind the little switches there because it'll change the program over. You can pop them on and have a look and then hand them around. So you can wear them anywhere, I guess, except driving, etc. Whilst that's on, let me show you Virgin Media. Anyone already a Virgin Media customer though? Yep, a couple of people. I'm not, but there is something you can do with Virgin Media you can't do on other systems. And I quite like this one because this is one thing I don't get because I'm not a Virgin customer, but this is by far my favourite feature. When you bring up the program guide, you can always see, and they're all the same, what's on now, what's on tonight, remind yourself and record shows. Virgin Media uniquely allows you to go back in time. So we can scroll that way. We can go back to this morning. Let's scroll back to see what we missed this morning. Fake Britain we missed, 9 o'clock. But it's still there. So now we can watch it again. It hasn't been recorded. It's not on your hard drive. But because it's in the menu and it's still got that little C on it, go back and watch it again. Don't record it. Save it on your hard drive. It will still be there up to 1 week later. So you don't have to record these things. That means that 3 weeks of space on your hard drive of programming that you can record is now even bigger. Because there are programs, if you play catch up 1 week later, you don't have to record. So again, like the Right Stuff or the Jeremy Kyle show, you can play catch up on these, so you don't record them. Just leave them there, go back and find them. Now apps, we are downloading so many apps at the moment, apps for everything. In fact, they say there is an app. If there's a need for one, there is an app there for it. So, I've got a few to show you to see if I can impress you with my apps. Let's start with this, Quirky, the Egg Minder. Now, this will tell you how many eggs you've got at home, wherever you are. Now, do you know exactly how many eggs you have at home? No? Anybody does? Yeah, please leave. I'm joking. This isn't for you, sir, then. Rare, you are rare. We had one person in the last audience that knew. This is where you take out your mobile phone in the supermarket and you go tap, tap, tap. You have 6 eggs. Now you know you've got 6 eggs. Don't shake your head because you're going to be in the supermarket next week thinking, I don't have any eggs. Then if you put your new 6 eggs in here, it'll tell you, use these ones first because these ones are fresh. You're not impressed with that. Let's move on to something that may impress you. Who likes to grow plants around the house but can't grow them for love nor money? There's more people that put their hands up on that point. It's this. This is called Flower Power. From a company called Parrot. They've given us this little device to pop in our plant pots. Now you can have several of these around the house, and if you assign this to whatever plant you put it next to, like we've got one over there, and you can see on my screen here, We can see the temperature, we can see the sunlight, we can see the fertilizer content, and of course the moisture level. So that will keep a monitor of all that, feeding the data live to your smart device. It'll then tell you that plant needs watering, that plant needs to be moved to the sunlight, and as long as you assign the plant to the device, i.e. if it was an African daisy, there are 6,000 plants in the database. It knows what that plant likes, what temperature, how much sunlight, and with this you can work out where that plant needs to be in the house. It's a really nice idea, and of course to remind you that plant needs watering. So the next thing to show you is this, a little bracelet called Fitbit. A lot of people are wearing these lately to give themselves an idea of how much exercise they're doing in a day. And I'm not saying exercise, i.e. on a treadmill or on a cross trainer, I mean just walking. This will monitor every step you take and every calorie you burn. It will even tell you how well you slept. It'll say how long you fell asleep, how long it took you to fall asleep, how long you were asleep for, and how many times you woke up in the night. You can then combine that with the app where you sync it over Bluetooth and then input your diet, i.e. what you drank and what you ate that day, and then work out calories in, calories out. Should I have had that extra latte, or should I have walked the dog one more time? Lasts about 5 to 7 days on one charge. It's Bluetooth, so there's no cables needed to sync it to your mobile phone. It isn't waterproof, but you can shower with it on, so not necessarily take a bath or go swimming. So it's a nice little idea. Again, Fitbit.com if you're interested in that. Let's move over to a little bit of Wi-Fi technology. Over here in the study, we've got 2 bulbs. One in the stand, one on the lamp. These bulbs are Wi-Fi bulbs. You've got to kind of understand that it's the bulb itself that can be put anywhere in the home. No cables, no wires. Now that bulb connects to your Wi-Fi router. That in turn connects to this app here. So I can see I've got a stand and a desk lamp. I can go to the desk lamp, I can choose the color of that lamp because it's a low voltage LED lamp. I can change that to red. Let's go a little bit more redder than that, shall we? There we go. And if I want to go back to the stand, let's change the lamp to blue. No, a little bit darker blue than that. That's quite nice. You can set the brightness up or the brightness down. You can turn them on, you can turn them off. That's locally. That means you have to be in the same place. You have to be on the same router. But this you don't. This is the Wi-Fi plug. Now a guy called Leon off The Apprentice came up with this idea. You put this in the wall, plug any device in that you like. At the end of those lamps is one of these each. So that means I can control it. Currently it's telling me both of them are on. So what would you use it for? A couple of ideas. Let's say the stand is a TV and that's a lamp in the kids' bedroom. You've said to them, you can get off to bed, but at 8 o'clock your TV must go off. Well, the problem is you're downstairs in grocery centres, you can't move a muscle, but you can do that. TV off. Or, of course, you can then go, well, they are asleep, so let's turn their bedside lamp off. There it goes. Off it goes. But I did say anywhere in the world. So now picture this. You're out on holiday, you're laying on the beach in Barbados. Yes, it's hot and sunny there, but it's cold and dark back in Scotland, so let's turn the lights on at home. One in the hallway, one in the study. So if any opportunists are walking by, they can look at your house and go, someone's home. They're not. You're laying on a beach, miles away. You're controlling these devices. But that could be anything. It could be a little heater in your home. You know, and you're on your way home, it's a cold evening, you can turn that heater on before you get there. Or if you're the type of person that leaves the house and think, oh, did I turn the straighteners off, or did I turn the iron off? Plug one of those in. Because whether you did or you didn't, wherever you go, halfway around the world, you can turn that socket off. Really simply. Again, wifiplug.co.uk if you're interested in that one. A couple of more things. Let's talk internet. Who already has super fast fibre optic broadband? Who's in the fast lane? A couple of people. Be proud, because there are literally millions of us, about 12 million or more, waiting for super fast broadband, and it's coming. Be patient when they dig up your streets and lay down some nice fibre optic cable. Actually make them a cup of tea, because they're doing us a favour. Way back when we only had one computer, that's all we had. And that was our gateway to the world. Now Wi-Fi in the house enables us all to be connected continuously. You've got laptops, PCs, TVs, games consoles, iPhones, iPads, everything. You've got bulbs, sockets, fridges, microwaves, bathtubs, bathroom mirrors, all with Wi-Fi. And still, only one in and out of the house. Your friends used to come round to your homes. Go back a couple of years, the first thing they would say when they come through the door, put the kettle on. Now it's, what's your Wi-Fi password? That's the first thing they say. But it's not just them, it's their gaggle of kids. So there's another half a dozen onto your one Wi-Fi network, onto your one connection. That's why we often see the buffering sign, the awful little circle going round, I'm loading, I'm loading. Let's get rid of that. We will all be on it, it's just making that change. It's kind of like the change from dial-up to broadband. Quite a few people clung on to dial-up for quite some time. No idea why, but they did. So when it comes, embrace the fiber optics, because it will increase your waiting time, your waiting time. I don't know if you're in the area. Virgin Media right behind you there. I mean, we are only powered by Virgin Media. The team from the guys at Virgin Media are behind you. You can ask them the questions, fire away at them. They know everything about it. What I do have is one last thing to show you. This is the toy of the year. This is from a company called Parrot, the same one that gave us Flower Power. This is the AR drone. It's a quadricopter with built-in cameras. It's Wi-Fi enabled, so you have to connect to it from a smartphone. So let's do that now. Now you don't have to be on a Wi-Fi network, so you don't have to necessarily be at home when you've got yourself your Wi-Fi router. You could be in the middle of a field. Once you connect to it on your Wi-Fi, so you can then access the app. The app is free to download from the App Store. Let's just bring that up. There we go. 2 cameras, one facing forwards, high definition, one facing downwards, which is standard definition. They stream live to the actual phone, as you'll see in a second. You can set the altitude to a maximum, so if you are flying indoors, you can set that. It's got altitude sensors underneath, so it knows where it is. You can also add a GPS locator, so it knows by GPS where it is. So if it does run out of range, it'll find its way back to where it was and land. So takeoff is automatic. You just hit takeoff. Flying the drone, well, I say it's relatively simple. You just tilt the phone. Tilt the phone left, tilt the phone right, tilt the phone forward, and of course it will fly. But let's take it up here. I want to show you a little stunt. You can do a flip. Here we go. If this goes wrong, we'll split the profits from Jeremy Beadles. You've been framed. £125 each. Sure? Do you agree with that? Ooh. Okay, we're going to come in for landing. Now, as you see, you can see the live stream from the drone to the phone. Should find itself a nice edge to land on. As always, that then is recorded automatically to your phone. You can then upload that to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all those kind of online sites. Again, if you're interested in that, just Google AR Drone 2 and you'll find that. That is it for the tour around the home. You're welcome. Please come up, have a look around the house. Ask your questions, though, on the home to the girls and guys in red. Virgin Media, that's not us. They're literally right behind you there. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much.